what we know out there. I was on CNN calling the crash of 2008. I said, Lehman's going down. You can check it out. And we had Jean Chatzky, who represents Wall Street, the mutual funds and 401k guys. She goes, so. First of all, let's go back to what is financial education? It's not get a job, work hard, save money, and invest in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. That's not it. The financial industry is two things: debt and taxes. Debt and taxes. And that's where fake starts. 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, and the US dollar became debt. And we still tell kids to go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, and get out of debt. Now, who tells them to do that? That's the most ridiculous thing there is. Why would you save it and why would you work for it if they can print it as faster than you can work for it? And number two is they keep dropping the interest rates on it. And I went to fly for the US Marine Corps in Vietnam. And the military education is different than academic education. We're taught to make mistakes. So every day I'd fly and we had to kill the engine on our aircraft and crash. We always practice crashing because one day, as you know, you will crash.
And you did crash.
And I did crash 3 times. But if I didn't practice that, I'd be dead. So what happens to the average person in a financial crash, they don't know what to do. And right now, as you know, for the middle class of the world, we're in a crash. The purchasing power of the yen, the euro, the rupiah, all going down. And people are working harder and harder and harder. And the central banks of the world are printing more money. Interest rates, Trump just told the Fed, don't you raise those interest rates. Well, that screws all the savers.
Right. And everyone hears the economy's doing great and the stock market's up, but the middle class and the poor are having a harder time.
Correct.
Right.
And that's why I write and I speak.
And so if someone's listening to us that's stuck in that poor middle class trap and they hear it's their fear that ultimately is keeping them from that, that's a hard thing to hear, Robert. But you're going to give them the information about what they can do if they can get out of that fear.
Well, every time I do a lot of speaking to the masses out there, Lehman doesn't invite me in because we're gone, but they go, what you're saying is risky. And I said, what I do isn't risky for me, but it's risky for you. And when somebody says, what is risk? You have to look in the mirror. Do you know what I mean? For me to fly in Vietnam, that was high risk. But the higher the risk, the more you have to study. So if you're not going to study, you're not going to practice and all that, then you should do what Wall Street tells you to do. Buy 401ks, mutual funds, ETFs and all that. But that's where they're fake assets because they only make Wall Street or the city of London rich. Just watch where the cash is flowing. Follow the money.
Yeah.
It's not making the poor middle class rich. All Wall Street in America has done is rip off the pensions because, pensions are the biggest pool of money in America. And states like Kentucky, New Jersey, Illinois, California, Hawaii are going bankrupt because Wall Street went in and just sucked all the cash out of their pensions. So the school teachers like my dad, the firefighters and police officers, they have no retirement now. And so that's why it's fake money, fake teachers, fake assets. They're the same system. So why do they take dollar off the gold standard? And what does this mean? What don't we know? So what that meant was in 781, they could print as much money as they wanted. So as the economy of the United States worsened, the trade deficit was going up, they could print and print and print and print. So that's why when you read fake, it says the people that are being screwed today are the poor middle class because they work for money. The banker friends, they're not working for money.
They have money working for them.
Yep.
Right.
Very big difference in mentality here. So we have, in America today, we have, even Ray Dalio of Bridgewater, one of the biggest hedge fund guys in America. He's saying this gap between the rich and everybody else is too wide. Well, you could have seen that back in 1972, because the moment you corrupt money, the very thing that everybody works for, saves, counts on, they were screwed anyway. And our school systems, fake money, fake teachers, fake assets, part of that same system. Government, education, Wall Street, or City of London. And in Paris today, they have the yellow jackets.
Yeah, the
What's going on in
protesters, right?
America today are red for ed. All these school teachers are putting on red T-shirts because they know they're being screwed. They're protesting and all this. Their pension plans have been sucked dry by Wall Street. And what do? They put hedge fund managers in to manage the pensions. You got to be kidding me. You put a hedge fund guy in to manage the biggest pot of money called the school teachers, firefighters, and police officers' pensions? They just sucked all the cash out of it. And the teachers are going, what happened to us? But because they don't know anything, it's red for ed. They're out there protesting in mass all over the United States. But you don't hear about it. They talk about the yellow jackets. They don't talk about red for ed. So this whole thing is coming apart right now. And it goes back to the question I have always asked, why doesn't our school teach us about money? Because Wall Street won't let them. When I was in flight school, my instructors could fly because I flew with them. But in school, you don't know if your instructor is for real or not. That's where the fake teacher comes from. When I was in my MBA program, I was still in the Marine Corps. Back then, this is 73 now. And the students were spitting on me, yelling at me at the University of Hawaii, Wow. I'm there. I was stupid enough to go in my Marine Corps outfit, my flight suit. And they're yelling at me, baby killer and all this. I'm sitting in this classroom, and my MBA accounting teacher doesn't know accounting. I'm going nuts. I'm not an accountant, but I knew he wasn't an accountant also. So I took him on. I said, are you an accountant? He goes, I have a master's in accountancy. I said, that's not the question. Are you an accountant? I have a master's in accountancy. And I stood up and I said, Marines are not the brightest guys. I said, are you an accountant? Same answer. I said, you're a fake. You don't know what you're talking about. And to this day, when I listen to what people are teaching kids about accountancy, it's bad accountancy. It's confusing. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money from your pocket. They count anything of value as an asset. They count your car as an asset, your house as an asset. When it's really taking money from your pocket. Your retirement plan, guess what? It's a liability. It's taking money from your pocket every month. And whose pocket does it go to? Wall Street. And that's why these funds, they sit there, they go, assets under management. That's what they're paid on. You're not making any money, but they're making fortunes on the fees and assets under management. And most of these hedge fund guys and all that, you're not making any money, but they're sucking the fees out every day.
And most poor people confuse assets for liabilities. They think their home is an asset. It's actually a liability.
Right. And again, that's why I was yelling at the accounting teacher. I said, an asset is a noun, like a house. Cash flow is a verb. So to understand if it's an asset or liability, it takes a noun plus verb. So if the cash is flowing out of your pocket, it's a liability. If the cash is flowing into your pocket, it's an asset. So I own 7,000 rental properties. Those are assets. Every month, the cash flows in. Whereas many people have the big house on the hill and the cash is flowing out and they're going broke.
The other thing the poor don't understand is the number one expense for most people is taxes.
Well, the reason the rich don't work for money is number one expense is tax. See, there's three kinds of income: earned, portfolio, passive. So earned income is if I get a job, that's earned income. If I'm a doctor or a programmer, that's earned income because I'm working for it. If I buy, let's say, Apple for $10 and I sell it for 20, that's portfolio income, capital gains.
Yeah.
But passive income, which is cash flow, is never taxed. And so these guys are screaming right now in America, tax the rich. I said, good luck. Because most of the guys complaining, they don't know there's three kinds of income. And the rich don't have jobs anyway. They have assets. And so the average schmo out there, poor guy, sent the kid to school. They don't learn this. So that's why in Fake, as you were talking about it, there's a newspaper article about Jared Kushner.
Yeah.
And he explains how the Trumps and the Kushners don't pay taxes and make millions of dollars. And the reporter couldn't understand him because our schools will never teach you that three types of income. The tax laws are for everybody to use if you have the right financial education. And the reason I'm an advocate of financial education, without that education, you have to pay taxes. You see, very few people will buy what I do, make $1 million and pay zero tax. McDonald's is in the real estate business. So they sell hamburgers, but they buy real estate, so they pay no taxes. This guy Bezos, he's $16 billion. How much tax did they pay on that $16 billion? Zero. When I came back from Vietnam in '73, my poor dad said, get your MBA. And my rich dad laughed. He says, because you're going to turn out to be an employee. Who else hires guys with MBAs? He was just pragmatic about it. He says, if you really want to be rich, take a class on real estate. And I said, why is that? He says, once you understand real estate is based on debt. And he says, you will learn how to use debt as money, because that's what happened in '71. The US dollar became debt. Right? So once you learn how to use debt as money, you can never say, I can't afford it. After the crash of 2008, the banks gave me $300 million tax-free to buy real estate that the idiots had lost. I hate this, and they were idiots because the prices were so high. Why would you buy it at the top of a market? Don't you know that's going to crash? No. This is, that was the subprime, was the derivatives market, the MBSs and all that stuff had driven the price of real estate so high, and the rest of us were just waiting. And then when the whole thing came crashing down, all this real estate was now available, and they needed, the Fed and those guys in the Treasury needed guys like us to go in there. So Wall Street gave us hundreds of millions of dollars to mop up all that real estate these guys had lost. Now, it's fair because everybody could do it. When I ask the average guy, why don't you use debt? They can't even get a loan because their scores are so bad. So that's what's going on in the world today. It's fake money, fake teachers, fake asses. The school teachers will never tell you that because they don't know it. My poor dad never knew that. They think the rich are crooks. The rich just play by different laws. So now we have the stock market, this one area of the economy, all-time highs, floating on fake money. Real estate, I don't know how people can afford to live. In New York, I was looking at a condo for $55 million. Real estate in Silicon Valley, you can't afford to live there. And then all these companies started borrowing money, so the economy's good, and unemployment's low and all this. They say there's no inflation, but have you seen the price of food, real estate, and student loans and medical? It's a bubble, So now what's going to happen is the baby boomers, my generation, are going to start to retire. There's no money there. Social Security is broke, pensions are broke, the students are broke. They're screwing everybody with debt. This is called, not economics, this is called bubblenomics. But they'll never teach you this in school.
And why do they keep printing money? Because they want to save something. Because
it's an addiction. This is like heroin. The moment you take that one hit, they say, okay, I'll quit next week. And the economy gets worse, so they go, Trump gave us a tax cut in America. This thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So what happened in 2008, they stopped it by printing money. So they call it the Great Recession. But they didn't really fix anything. Derivatives went from 700 trillion to 1.2 trillion today, twice as much. And that is net, doesn't tell the whole story. So when the recession hit, the PhD standard came in. That was Bernanke, and then Yellen. The PhD said, they have PhDs. Well, it's no different than long-term capital, LTCM. They had Nobel Prize winners, people like my poor dad, academics, This is what's going on in the world economy today. So the baby boomers are going to retire now. Student loans are bust. So do you have to be an economist to say what's going to happen? We're fighting a 12-year war now. Entitlements are going through the roof. National debt to GDP is 109 in America, 109%. 90% is too late. We have to keep printing now. So this is called bubblenomics, and this is what's going to happen.
Scary stuff.
It's happened throughout history.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Parker, on your retirement. We'll be happy to cash out your retirement account today. Just a few of the details. Great. Now let me go get your money. There's a little bit more. Okay, we have 5, 10, 15, 20. That's it. Now don't spend it all in one place.
This city has always fascinated me, the city of Frankfurt. Known to be a city of trade and economic growth. As a kid, I was amazed by handing over a piece of paper for ice cream, toys, and candy. Handing over such a paper and receiving a toy racetrack in return, I just could not believe it. Where could I get this magic paper? This idea I couldn't get out of my mind. I started asking questions and read every book I could find. I learned the money was backed by gold as a paper form to save us carrying it around. Something of real value behind the paper. But everything was changed. The value was capped and the gold standard, as it was called, was abolished. Since then, the value of money has been the biggest lie of all. The dollar bill is now just a paper subject to inflation and devaluation. This must stop. The solution returning to a piece of gold that you can actually hold, and it holds value or even better cash flow. Paper pressed and refined with real gold. A masterpiece solution, a forgery-proof, totally digital cryptocurrency. Here I am in the city of money, but not as a banker or a gold dealer. The Frankfurter Book Fair has invited me to read from my books that will help the world believe in gold again. Think Big will help show people how to be successful. I am very proud to be here.
Greetings and welcome. This is Eric Ture Muhammad, and I'm coming to you live out of this wonderful world of cyberspace. I'm coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia this afternoon, and I'm here to share a presentation with you. Greetings to all who are joining on in our programming here from other platforms of social media. And of course, thank you to the hundreds of LinkedIn community who are here for this opportunity. And I want to share with you a little bit about myself so that you're a little familiar, those who may not be. I am a member of Karatbars International as a student of Wealth Builders Worldwide. Wealth Builders Worldwide are independent affiliates associated with Karatbars International, and you'll learn more about that opportunity in terms of what we do. My wife, Falami, and I are both full-time Karatbar affiliates, and we have successfully built more than 2,000 teams around the world. 2,000 teams, folks, around the world, helping to change their reality, helping to change their economic trajectory within their own homes. I'm a son of Stokely Carmichael. Many of you know him as Kwame Ture as well. So I'm a child and a product of movement. And we're a part of also several media platforms around the world, including and not limited to our Kafani Radio International Network that's found on many Facebook pages around the world, as well as KafaniRadio.org, a 24-hour platform that gives you and provides everything from music, entertainment, starting from the vantage point or aspect of self-improvement, community development, all the way through the spiritual, the physical, the metaphysical, through the aspects of health and wellness and aspects of wealth. Okay. Now, I could not be here doing what I do if it were not for the profound tutelage, the mentorship that I received throughout my life, And here in the world of Karatbars International, I've been blessed with profound mentorship, not just from the CEO and founder himself, Dr. Harold Seiss, who you see there centered, picture centered, but the two pillars of the Wealth Builder Worldwide family, the culture, that dynamic of more than 120,000 affiliates that are here in influence, that are here to influence an opportunity for the masses of the people. There are more than 120,000 plus of us as wealth builders, and we work out of a collective strategy known as the economic group strategy or group economic strategy. And what we do, we show you how to develop the multiple streams of income, revenue, cash flow within the opportunity. We also show you the bedrock of the opportunity, which is to save in wealth, save in gold-backed crypto, but mainly save in gold. Save in pure gold, that pure asset, that tier 1 999.9 24 karat bullion that you see on the trajectory right now, all the way on the rise everywhere you look. And you'll find that it has set records and new marks around the world. And just today, it crest 19 or rather crowned $1,900 an ounce. The man manipulated price. You know, it's a record-setting price, however, it has not been there in 11 years. It has not been in 11 years, folks. But gold has been on the rise the last 20 years, as you'll see more about and understand more about the opportunity we share with you on acquiring gold in small increments. Now, you can find me again on the LinkedIn platform every Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern. And you can also find us in our regular growing group on LinkedIn, the Wealth Building Strategies and Tips, Life Beyond Your Career group. It's a group that we've organized to provide different platforms, not different platforms, but different thoughts, different opinions, different acknowledgments of growth and preparedness, because the ones that are most prepared are the ones who are going to be most successful. We believe clearly that if you learn, as our tutors teach us, as our mentors teach us, if you learn how to dig your well now, you'll have your water. You can also find me on the Facebook platforms every Monday through Saturday. Class is in session, 8 a.m. Eastern on the Eric Ture Muhammad Facebook page. And that's known as Classes in Session every morning, Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. And of course, various other platforms. So those who want to know more about the wealth building opportunity, the realmoney.info gives you an overview. It gives you an understanding of what it is that we do in the world of Karatbars and how we make the most of an opportunity by exchanging the declining paper dollar for its weight and value in gold. You can also get started right away with us if you're looking to get busy with the opportunity. If I'm the one that brought it to you, by all means, come and join us at www.papertogold.info. That's www.papertogold.info. And you can find me on various other platforms. My wife and I both. You can find us through the communication there, as well as through our YouTube channel, the Eric Ture Muhammad YouTube channel, and again, all over the Facebook pages. Now, I want you to be aware and get ready for this event. This event will probably redirect entire lives. This event that you see on your screen is the upcoming 2020 Paper to Gold Run to Wealth. It's a conference and expo, folks, that will take place with those notables you see there. And you'll get more information in the next few days to come. It's going to happen on Saturday, August 22nd, 2020, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Now, admission is free for those who enroll for their new free gold accumulation account. For that information, just go to www.goldguru.info, www.goldguru.info. You enroll for your free gold account or free gold savings account, and you earn admission into this magnificent conference. This conference is designed to handle 4 categories exclusively from experts. One category is private trust and family planning. Private trust and family planning. Okay, the next category you have there is reserve banking strategies. The reserve banking strategy, how to maximize private family banking so you can secure your assets as the wealthy do, so you can leverage yourselves in your handling of debts as the wealthy do, where you don't feel the debt and grow your money at the same time. Okay, and you're going to learn about real estate and land acquisition. So we have a magnificent platform there where you can show how all this is leveraged through the tier one asset, folks, of gold. It's going to be an amazing event. And then, of course, it's going to be crowned by our one founder and CEO of Wealth Builders Worldwide, Mr. Tyrone Best, as well as the senior partner, the dynamic duo of Wealth Builders Worldwide Culture, Mr. Michael L. Dalco. All of us will be on hand. So for those who have never been exposed to the opportunity and you want to get started and you want to be at this magnificent conference, the first thing you need to do, if you do not have a gold accumulation account, you will need one. And you will register at www.goldguru.info. That will access your free admission as you join on with your free gold savings account. Your early bird tickets, however, are $10.99 for all those who already have the wealth building account. Your Karatbars account, rather, early bird tickets are $10.99, and your general mission after the 18th of August will be $18.99. You'll learn more about that in the days to come. Now, what do we have? Who are we, and what are we representing? Well, we're Karatbars International. We're the world's largest provider of gold in small increments. We're talking about 24 karat, 999.9 bullion gold. This is pure gold. This is the grade of gold, the quality of gold that nations around the world utilize to reset economies and settle debt. And you have the opportunity to have it in your hands to settle the debts in your very home under your own roof. And for the purpose of this conversation today, it'll also enhance your businesses. Businesses around the world, folks, are failing. They are failing, and this is something that we need to look at, because when you think about the dynamic of free enterprise, when you think about the dynamic of economies, you have corporations now who are giving bailouts to CEOs and the like for those who have not been able to sustain an economy. Stimulus packages are printed up to the paper dollars of more than $7 trillion, swiftly approaching $7.5 trillion printed, in America to appease, to address the vacuum of lack in the economy. Here's the problem. Out of that $7.5 trillion, 40% of that has been printed this year alone. That's the entire U.S. surplus of dollars, and they can continue to print. They'll do it digitally. They don't have to run the press anymore, but they're adding more and more and more, flooding paper into the market. What is it doing for the power of the paper, the purchasing power of the paper? It's reducing it to almost nil. Prior to all this excess printing, the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar was worth 3 to 5 cents worldwide, and that represents the global economy. That's the global currency, rather. That is a problem. So what is it that we need to do? We need to get a hold of that value system that made it worth something in the first place. You heard Dr. Seiss talk about that magic paper. When he was growing up as a child, he was fascinated with this magic paper. That magic paper where you can hand over to someone and get an ice cream or a racetrack toy, or you can get clothing, or you can get things. What was so magnificent about this piece of paper? He was fascinated as a little boy trying to figure this out. And then he learned swiftly after the abolishment of the gold standard, he learned that the magic wasn't in the paper. The magic was in that which backed it. As a result, he created Karatbars International. Now, Dr. Seiss is a two-time author. He's known for Being Big as well as The Future of Money. These two books, folks, have done a lot to revolutionize the framework and the understanding of how money works. The fact that we've been in the digital age for more than 40 years now, and that it's not going away. Your dollar may go away, but its value system is under reconstruction. His mission He said, my mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market, make it easily accessible, you know, to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. My goal, Dr. Sykes says, is clearly, he said his goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. Hence, that's where we are, folks. I'll show you these couple of slides here just to give you our point. Today, gold has topped $1,900. When I came to Karatbars International, just close to the end of 2018, gold was at $1,150 to $1,175 an ounce. Today is $1,903 an ounce and climbing. Now, if you have done like me and been securing gold, acquiring gold since that point from as low as $4 then, or really more so $5 per tenth of a gram, you can get it that affordable, folks. You can get it in the smallest increments available. A tenth of a gram of gold was literally $5 US. Now it's about $7 US, and I've been stacking that gold since 2018. The company's been here since 2011. And there's power and leverage in that kind of advantage. Now, look at gold today. This is a highlight of where we are as of May of this year. And when you look at May of this year, you see that gold had peaked at 1726. Okay, that was the highest growth spurt since 2015 at that time. And this is a historical chart of the gold once it was withdrawn from circulation. And then you see all the way up how gold has always been that standard bearer. Even at the end of it, gold, when the end of the gold-backed money era, even then, gold has been that stable against any fault or any reset or any need to reset an economy. Okay, what happened to the price of gold? Well, there have been two powerful and long-lasting bull markets in the modern era of gold, and each lasting over 10 years. Okay, here you have the end of the gold standard from that 1969 to 1980, and between that 122-month period, gold has enjoyed a 684% growth. All right, more than 1,500% over the US dollar. And then you find in another phase of it from August 99 through August 2011, that 145-month period found 425% growth with a 611% growth over the dollar. Now, that span is relatively short. Here you have November 15 to May of 2020, and inside the 55 months, gold has seen an increase of more than 50% in value and a 63% increase over the currencies of the world, the paper currencies. All right. So gold versus the rest. Well, some people consider gold to be a shiny paperweight. However, in comparison to other asset classes, gold is far from a pet rock. Okay. And then you can look at the annualized returns of gold versus other assets. You see from a 1, 10, and 20-year platform, you see that gold has always been paced to outstrip the dollar, outstrip the bonds, outstrip commodities, emerging markets, the S&P, non-US equities. All these things are happening because gold will continue to be a sought-after store of value, offering protection against financial crisis and devaluation of currencies. This is what we have in Karatbars, folks. Gold permanently improves your life because Karatbars International is the world's leader in gold trading. And as a Karatbars affiliate, you can quickly fulfill your life's dreams. You'll accompany you, and we will accompany you along the way. Gold has that intrinsic nature to help investors survive trade war. So those of you who find yourselves in risk situations, you may think war is better to have and is better for the economy, only if you're not involved in the war and you're financing both sides. Otherwise, when war rages, it's a problem for anyone involved. But look, currencies are under constant stress because of war and pending threats of war. Zero interest rates, stock prices plummet, and then there's gold. Here we are in our shining armor. It is a good thing that Karatbars International has come across the platform for an alternative to investors. And in the age of digitizing, you will see that it's even more necessary now than ever before. And we have the solution ahead of time, as many are just coming across it, across the notion. All right. Then you find that gold protects you against the loss of value. It is the hedge against protection. It is a hedge of protection, rather, because it's a hedge against inflation. It will literally outrun, outdistance, and outpace inflation. Okay. And money is looking different in our future. Dr. Seitz, when he talked to you about the future of money, and he talked to you about his book of Thinking Big, he was also talking out of not just a hope or a dream. We have a reality, and we look at the power and the levity of our cash gold money system.
First,
Now, let me just share a little bit with you so you're clear on where we are. Okay. Many of you are not the corporations. Many of you have your own businesses, brick and mortar, the like. Many of us are in e-commerce communities. Karatbars International is an e-commerce company. Our product is gold bullion, pure gold bullion, and our business is the building of people and enhancing the power of their dreams and helping them to realize those dreams. Okay, so I came into Karatbars International with a deflated business idea. I wanted coin laundromats. I have this thing for coin operated laundromats, but not just any. I loved seeing them growing up on the streets of New York. I loved seeing them in our community. They had a need. They serviced a need, and mothers would go with their children, and people would be there, and you would get your change, and you would put in these machines. And I was always fascinated with the automation of it. I was fascinated with the coins because as a child, coins meant a lot to us. Arcades, candy, whatever it was, And so this fascination stayed with me even in adulthood, and didn't realize it was such a fascination for me until I traveled to Detroit, Michigan one day and walked through my cousin's cleaning enterprise. He had the dry cleaning format. He had a laundromat with a built-in dry cleaning aspect. They were even doing panini bread out of that area. And I was fascinated on what can be done, the possibilities that were for people who had to spend hours sometimes doing all of their change of season laundry. Now you needed comforters and different and heavier beddings. You might need drapes to get washed and pressed out, and people would be there, but he would make sure they had refreshment. They had televisions. They had computer access. There were things that he had done to enhance the environment to make it safe, secure, and comfortable for them. I was fascinated with this idea, and so I decided that I was going to do laundromats when I returned to Georgia. But not only laundromats, but I wanted to go after those that were already in communities because they were built in, but many of them were dilapidated. Many of them managements had just sort of let it go and run down. Well, I wanted to refurbish them because refurbishing those meant that, number one, there was already a community in need. That meant that most of the residences around those laundromats within that diameter, did not have adequate washer dry connections. All the units they were living in were too small to really accommodate larger families, and the average household family in America, 4 to 6 people. So that gave me the impetus. I said, yes, we'll do it. Now, I was a man coming up with just an idea, with a dream. I did not understand the power of credit, didn't know how it worked, any of that. And off of my word, I would go to people and ask them to bless me with backing my dream. I got with this reputable equipment company in the laundry industry. I won't mention their names because I'm sort of ticked at them still. However, they told me all I needed was to come up with $50,000 and I can pay so much a month. Well, I secured a lease. I got a hold of the property. It was it was once an existing laundromat, so all the wiring and all the piping, the plumbing, everything was in place. I had it inspected. I put out the money for the owner to do a 25-year lease. Now I'm meeting with these equipment holders, and then they tell me all I need is to come up with $50,000 down, and I can pay them 12. I think it was 12, 15 or so a month. I forgot what it was. And I turned around and met with them the next day in that property, or the day that I arranged the meeting with them. And I came in there with $60,000 cash. And I put it down. I said, okay, instead of 50, here's 60. And you can apply it any way you want. Just break it down and let's move. Let's go. My mind was to be open in 30 days. Their mind was keep your trash. Your cat. We don't want that. We want you to fill out this form, and we want to do a credit run on you, and we want to do X, Y, and Z. They want to do what did you call it? A credit check and a credit report, and they want to do and tie me to a financing arrangement with higher percentages and things of that nature. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. That's not what we talked about. That's not what we met over. That's not what we discussed when I treated you to coffee. Okay, and so I was heated. Needless to say, because I did not want debt. I didn't understand debt enough as a stratagem, as a fabric by which I could make things happen. So I pulled the money back. I told them to go somewhere. And then I went back to each of those who invested in the opportunity and gave them their money back. Gave it right back to them. You know, and I was heated. I knew nothing about Karatbars International at that time. I said, if I had to build it from the ground up, I'm going to do it, you know, to H with this, the H with that, and I was losing it. I was hurt. I was devastated. And then at the end of September of that same year, 2018, 3 months later, along comes this opportunity that literally revolutionized not just my personal life, the life of my family and children, but revolutionized my pursuit for business. See, folks, Karatbars International allows you to have a personal account. You can open your free gold savings account and start saving in gold and saving in gold backed currency and digital currency, crypto, and get paid 5 times a month if you decide to approach it as a business opportunity. Well, I did that. Then I learned. Now I have a way to finance my dream, because it wasn't just me now. I wanted to do it for my laundromat business, my pending laundromat business. This was September 29th, 2018. All I had was business cards for the business. I had all my paperwork, my LLCs, everything was placed to the business. I had an existing bank account. I had all this ready to go. Family, as free as it was for me to sign up, so it was for my business. I signed up my business under me. Then I started saving gold in that business. And then I decided to make both businesses essential to accelerated growth. What do I mean? With your free gold savings account, which only requires your name, your address, your phone number. It requires an email address, your date of birth, and your choice of a username and password, and you're in business with 149 countries. You are now positioned to do business with billions of people around the world, from the power of your phone, the power of your computer, the power of your laptop. I do a lot of business just from our private phone, the world's first unhackable cell phone. This is our Impulse, our K1 Impulse phone, and how we utilize it to keep the privacy. This represents our teller. And the laptops that come with it in a few days represents our bank. This is all done off of a gold ecosystem, okay? And it's private. You see that key? These keys control all the information and data that we want to keep out of sight. Okay, we run exclusively on our own blockchain. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, I saved in the business. I saved at least 1/10 of a gram of gold almost daily in the business since 2018. And because I wanted to accelerate the income of the business, the leverage of business, I acquired a business package that allowed the business to earn 5 times a month as opposed to just once a month from the value of the gold that was stored. Now the business has organizations behind it that's doing things, that's leveraging the opportunity, but also in growing the wealth of the business. Here's the kicker. I have not opened 1 day of business yet. I have not even selected the location yet. But if I chose to build from the ground up anywhere in the near future, I could do it through what I've been doing since 2018. My laundromat business knows nothing about the pandemic. My laundromat business knows nothing about the failing and falling economy. My laundromat business knows nothing about joblessness. But my laundromat business has been earning against ounces of gold since 2018. My laundromat business now, where it was $11.50 to $11.70 an ounce, $11.75 an ounce in 2018, is now $1,900 and climbing an ounce 2020. The worth of my business has been leveraged. So I literally made more than $700 an ounce on all the gold the business has acquired, let alone myself. I retired my employer in 2020, February of 2020, February 6th to be exact. I was able to walk away free and clear because this opportunity provided a better way. And the gold is physical. We have some, I have some in some of these pockets. Here's some of the gold here. That's a business card there. But here's some of the gold here. These are, these are grams of gold. Here's our branding card, Wealth Builders Worldwide. That's our gold there. In the center there, you see the gold as a pure gram of gold. I have other branding cards for charitable groups that we provided through California Radio. This is for the Brighter Tomorrows fundraising group, and we have the basic grams of gold that we put out, and we show it off everywhere. But I want you to understand the power of what you have in the gold that Dr. Sykes presented to you when he talked about our cash gold. Our cash gold model is very unique. Okay, it's very unique. Why? Well, number one, it's pure gold. All right, it's secure. Each cash gold card is equipped with a black light authentication feature on its front. It's also physical. This is not an ETF now. This is not a piece of paper promising you that you have gold somewhere you can get it. No, this is physical gold. It can be stored for free in our offices in Stuttgart, Germany, in our banking system, rather, our vaults there in Stuttgart, or you can have it delivered to you at the push of a button in your own free gold savings account that also provides you a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week operational software. Okay, it's also digital because it can be used like a digital currency to purchase within our ecosystem, such as the phone that I showed you, such as other goods and products and services that will be found and that are found in Karatbars International. You'll see them once you're able to open your account, and then it's convertible. Cash gold can be exchanged for cash within the ecosystem without having it shipped home to you. You have so many options. Everything is optional in the world of Karatbars, and you're going to learn more about the power of the new stable coin. See, and I want you to take a look at the site. Of course, you have to be an affiliate to get in, but there's enough information on front to show you the power of what we have developed. See, visit www.v999.io, and you'll learn about our new V999 gold stable coin. What is a stable coin? Well, those of you who dabble in the world of cryptocurrency, you know, it's just like any other market. It's volatile. You know, it fluctuates. Okay. But the harder the asset, the more controlled is the fluctuation. So the global currency is the US dollar. Okay. And there's this stable coin known as the USD Tether or Tether. Okay, and what does that stable coin do? That stable coin matches the value of the currency you bring to it, and it holds that value. It maintains it. It removes it from the volatility in the general market and holds it until you, the investor, decides you want to take it out and put it back in the market when it's less volatile and what you deem is safe. Now, it doesn't grow. It just holds. It stays in that pattern. You know, $40 billion is exchanged on a daily basis in that stable coin community. But before Karatbars International, you had what was deemed a stable coin, and it has worked up to this point. However, you never knew what was backing it. Now, if you see that the US dollar is already fluctuating and has lost any intrinsic value, in fact, all the currencies around the world, this is the first time in history where every currency dominating a country is paper. No asset backing anywhere. It's all paper. And they all have the same commonality. They can all fall, as Voltaire said, to the intrinsic value of zero, folks. Zero. Gold cannot do that. So you need what will make a stable coin, a true stable coin. It needs to be protected and grown into an asset. Well, we have the world's first only gold covered stable coin. All right. And when you learn about the power of the V999 coin, you'll also want to jump in right away, because you know you create the coin. You create the coin through the acquiring of your cash gold, and you allow your cash gold to represent that 1/10 of a gram of gold in that stable coin. But guess what? When you release this coin into the market, it goes out with your DNA, your signature. That is your coin. You created through the cash gold you acquired for it. It has your name on it. And when it circulates in the market, everywhere it goes, it develops a fee that is paid out to you as a commission on a monthly basis. You want to take a look at that. You want to take a look at the power you find in the new future of money. That future is here. And Karatbars International is so far ahead of time. Just look at this. The world is racing now to come to grips with the power of cryptocurrencies, with the leverage of trying to leverage themselves with Bitcoin. In fact, in most of your countries today, Bitcoin is now accepted as a form of payment. Look, gold, silver, Bitcoin, all these forms of payment. This is in the United States. Okay, all these POS systems, and we have it available to you through Karatbars International. Now, what is it so powerful about Karatbars and our compensation plan? Well, let's look at the advantage rather, of being a part of Karatbars International. Well, first and foremost, we were founded, like I said to you, in 2011, and we utilize the power of leverage as well as exponential growth. Okay, we utilize these two principles. Now, what's so significant about those principles are we understand that leverage comes from understanding what real money is, and that's gold. Listen, Mr. Dalco shared with us quite succinctly. He said, in order to define money, in his definition of money, he said, anything that is defined as money must be a store of value. It must store your labor. It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. Gold is money, folks. You see it all over the markets today. Check Kitco, check all your Convex graphs, and you'll know for a fact that gold is absolutely money, and it is the premier money. Matter of fact, gold is tier 1. It is the premier asset class. What does that mean? Well, in the premier asset class, what that means is that there's no risk involved. None. No risk whatsoever. That means when you look at your stock markets, you have winners and losers, right? It's a gamble. You pull a lever on a slot machine at a casino. That's a risk you're taking because you have winners and losers. And I can tell you right now, from what I understand, the house always wins. Then you have those who are going to gas stations all over America, going to different convenience stores and package stores, trying to get that dollar and a dream going. And it turns into a frustrating snowball of a nightmare. Every day, people are spending dollars they swear up and down they do not have to catch that dollar and a dream. When you deal in gold, however, you have the premium of asset classes. Let me help you understand this. Asset classes. Let's say if you have fine art, that's considered an asset, but it's not a tier 1 asset. If that art is damaged, the value is gone. If you have precious stones, that's an asset class, but it's not the tier 1 premier asset, because if the jeweler messes up the cut of your diamond or throws the cut of your gem off, that is lost forever in terms of its value. Gold can be melted down and gold will still maintain the value because gold is indestructible. Gold is the greatest of the conduits. Gold is incorruptible. Understand, there's not an aspect of gold that you cannot utilize for a measure of value or a measure of profit. It is no risk. Gold carries no debt. And in case you don't know, Karatbars International is a debt-free company. The only product we carry is that which is rooted and fundamentally grounded and sound in pure gold. Let that sit on you for a second and understand why, as a business, you need to have gold in your portfolio. As a human being, you need gold in your portfolio. As a family, you need gold in your portfolio. And I submit to you, it's needed now more than ever before. Look, if you just take a general look at the timeline, 21 years of education, many of us have gone through only to hustle backwards. Our job growth is not a real job growth. It's just a grind because we find ourselves hustling to pay off those student loans and debts that we acquired in our college years. And we acquired those debts in our college years only to find ourselves working jobs, most of us in fields that are no longer around. We got degreed in the last century, the last half of the century. The majority of the degrees that came out, 50% of those degrees are not working within their profession. And more than 7% of that 50%, those degrees are related to jobs that are no longer in circulation. Think about it. We hustle backwards, 40 hours a week, 40 years of our lives. And then when we retire on 40% less income than what we were earning in the first place. How do you live off of that with a system that doesn't allow the value in the dollar to be incorporated? Your value is not there. Your labor is not there. I know you're worth more than 3 to 5 cents in purchasing strength. I know that we're worth more than that in value. So we find ourselves downsizing everything from the dream that we've had to the reality of moving down in our fine homes, or we find ourselves going back to the workforce after retirement. That's a travesty, folks, because the only step left for you now is to die and leave your family dead. And that should not be anybody's future in a world of promise, in a world of abundance. And that should not be anyone's future. And this is why Dr. Seiss and his vision is being realized with Karatbars International. So we're going to show you how you can duplicate this business at home. And this same model of business for personal is the same model you utilize for securing your business. Same exact model. We have so many things you're going to learn in this opportunity. We'll be back again next Friday at 2:00 noon. We're going to show you more. We're going to tweak it more to bring you into that portion or those questions that you might have. Okay. So what does Karatbars International do? In a nutshell, it's going to allow you from the home front build financial security and independence. You're going to create a hedge of protection in a time of crisis. And it all begins with your free customer your free gold savings account. Now, I talked to you a little bit about the advantages of being a part of Karatbars International. But let me explain to you as we go into the compensation plan what these advantages are. First of all, we're 9 years old. We're no Johnny come lately. You want to be associated with anything that has a product you can believe in. And I think all of our previous charts reflected that in terms of gold and its power and what it's doing. So you want a product you can believe in, and you want a company that has staying power, that's been around, that's innovative enough to show you it has another way, and it's capitalized enough because it has to be able to pay you at least 5 times a month if that's your choice, because everything in Karatbars is optional. We operate in 149 countries and we're growing. Our products are delivered directly to your door by FedEx. Karatbars International is the #1 client of FedEx. Anywhere in the world our products are deliverable, FedEx handles it. Our commissions are paid on a privately issued MasterCard in a partnership we have exclusive with MasterCard Corporation. We have more than 1 million affiliates around the world and growing. There are 8 billion people in the world. We haven't even cracked 1% of 10%. We have not even cracked that yet. Family, we are the best thing coming, and the world doesn't even know. The market is just ripe for the picking and ripe for the opportunity. We provide you with your free registration. You are provided with a state-of-the-art software at no cost to you. It allows you to track the motion and the movement of your money. And it's a complete support system. You may be in this for yourself, but you're never by yourself in this. And the business that you find right now striving desperately to survive, it will have the support that it needs when you register it as a business of yours in Karatbars International. Now, there's no cost to register either one of those things, and there are no mandatory or monthly fees or expenses associated with them. My laundromat doesn't have a utility bill. My laundromat doesn't have a rent or lease bill. It doesn't have any of those things because we found a way to systematically pull that together, prepare it, shore it up, so when we do open, we open free and clear. And our product is 24 karat, 999.9 pure gold bullion, folks. No one else can provide that for you. Here's a disclaimer. We're not financial advisors. This presentation is not designed to give financial advice. The following examples show calculations for illustration purposes only and is not a guarantee of income. What I'm about to show you is that group economic strategy that was discussed earlier by our mentors, Mr. Todd Best and Mr. Michael L. Dalco. This wealth building strategy of group economics is key because it's rooted in the wealth principle. And the wealth principle is I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. Okay. And then the #1, let me share this with you. The #1 key to growing wealth, the #1 key is the millionaire secret. This is the one that's been kept from us for years. You have to pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Most people don't even understand that concept because we were trained into a hamster wheel. We were trained to run in this thing, just go round and round and round and round, put all of our influences, all of our skill sets, all of our energies around running it at a hamster wheel, never creating the mind to jump off because we're too tired. We don't jump off because we know that's what we know. And here in the world of pandemic, here in the world of sheltering in place, here in the world of falling economies, department store closings, movie theaters no longer opening, sport and play limited extremely to the point where it shouldn't be out there at all. You open up a hotel, beachfront, and then the next week, exponential growth in cases of coronavirus and those exposed to COVID-19. I'm telling you, this is the opportunity where you dig your well before you need the water. Pay yourself first, folks. And if nothing else, this pandemic this crisis has produced opportunity for you the likes that you have never seen. See, I was a free man before the pandemic, but many of you for the last 5, almost 6 months now have been sitting at home trying to figure out what the next step was. You're home now. You're no longer punching the clock. And you got comfortable. Well, when the unemployment benefit runs out, and it will, when the stimulus checks run out, and many of them have, others have not even received them from the first go round, you're going to find that you need another way. And when a job is introduced to you, you're not going to want it because you got a taste of the very freedom that I got by choice. You got it by default. You might as well work that default into a choice, into an active choice of earning from the safety and comfort of your home. Return to your life your time freedom on your terms. Return to your life the location freedom on your terms. Return to your life, or introduce to your life, the financial freedom on your terms. That's what we've done in Wealth Builders Worldwide. That's what we do in Karatbars International. We pay ourselves first. So you'd rather have 100%, 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of your own efforts. That's just a simple wealth principle. Now, what happens when you open your free gold savings account? And what happens when you finance your business with a free gold savings account? Simply put, you earn from a free position what's known as a unilevel bonus. That's right. So you have from the free position, you got your account. We already talked about what it requires, and then you sponsor at least 5 people. Let's say, for instance, you sponsor your business, and you allow your business to sponsor 4 additional people. Or, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is you're going to find yourself earning because you're saving in gold, your business is saving in gold, those people are saving in gold. And what has happened? It has now earned you a residual income of up to 6% on a monthly basis. It has positioned you because you're looking now to maximize that aspect of the compensation plan from the monthly savings perspective. Monthly savings perspective. Okay, suppose you want to accelerate that. Well, this is where you turn it into a 5 times a month earning by utilizing the cash gold you've been saving. You'll utilize the cash gold you're saving to acquire one of these exclusive status bearing packages. Now, understand, on that previous screen, it showed you a term called infinity. We're not talking about the car. We're talking about time. We're talking about forever. These payouts in the world of Karatbars are forever. Your statuses in Karatbars are forever. Whatever you crest at, that's your choice. They're there, unless it's VIP. VIP is the creme de la creme. That is that guarantees you the highest position in the compensation plan, and there are no levels. No levels. What does that mean? Well, you've heard things in the past. Well, you don't like this because everybody earns the money at the top and everybody at the bottom works so hard and nobody gets anything at the bottom. Yeah, that happens in every corporation, but this is not that. It happens in your job, but this is not that. This is a business system that embraces you, and you utilize the efforts of others to the point that you can out earn your sponsors. I sponsored my business, but my business out earns me. Think about it. Mr. Best, the CEO and founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide, the culture and the concept and the strategy which we're introducing to you today, he has under his wing Mr. Michael L. Dalco. And Mr. Michael L. Dalco income has outstripped him. In fact, most of the incomes on that line and that percentage of people have out earned the majority of all professions. When you think about the monthly and weekly residuals that some of these men and women enjoy, it outstrips what most professions earn in an entire year. And they're home. Think about it. And their ability to use their cash is based in the asset that they hold, and it brings bang to the buck. Any rate, you can utilize that cash gold that you're saving, and that cash gold can be exchanged for one of these status bearing packages. What's a status? Bronze, silver, gold, or VIP. This absolutely activates the entire compensation plan, because now you have the best of both worlds. You have the monthly savings that you're performing, and you have the ability to leverage and grow into weekly earnings by just sharing with other people like you were sharing the monthly. Look, principally, this is the dual team system. Again, this is optional. You choose a business package, all right, and you save gold for yourself. You tell others, and what's going to happen? You're going to earn the money, whether you're home, whether you're on your laptop, your phone, your tablet, your desktops, wherever you are with your electronic device, you are earning money. So there's no restriction to your location. There's no restriction to your time. There's no restriction to the monies you can earn. It's unlimited income. Well, what does it cost? Well, you have an one-time out-of-pocket cost associated with these packages. Okay, so if you were looking to zooming up here, if you're looking to gain a VIP, because it is the place to be, a one-time out of pocket is 4,900 euros. That's a little more than, that's about 5,600 US dollars. Okay, and it comes with grams of gold included. It comes with 12 discount cards, and it comes with 100 units, and you'll learn more about those things. And your VIP, your second VIP is number 6, and it comes at the cost of 34.50 euros. All right, and what is distinguishing the difference between those two packages are the grams of gold that are included. 15 grams of gold in package number 7, 10 grams of gold in package number 6, and you also have lesser discount cards as well as lesser units. The discount cards are very powerful because it allows you to give others the opportunity of getting hold of one of these fine packages at a 10% discount. All right, your gold package, your status there, $2,200, comes with 6.5 grams of gold. Your silver comes with 1.5 grams of gold at 595 euros. Your bronze, you have 2 wonderful bronze packages there because you can start anywhere in this opportunity. Dr. Seiss, in his infinite wisdom, has found a way to make it affordable for everyone to be a part. We have 340 euro once out of pocket, and you get grams of gold there, as well as in the bronze status package, and even in the one that doesn't carry a status, where it doesn't give you the ability to take advantage of bronze, silver, gold, or VIP. It does allow you the opportunity to earn gold and bring others to the opportunity through discount cards. And it also provides you additional units. Now, your dual team status is retained for life, meaning you can have the status and walk away from it and come back like so many others have who thought they were quitting, and then they found the downturn in the economy, or they found that opportunity they thought was greener on the other side was just burnt lawn. And they come back to find out that they have 10, 15, 20, 30 more people in their organization. Some have found thousands more in their organization. And because they had a package, they were earning units and they were earning money. Look, in the multi-gold pack, it's not called multi-gold only because it carries gold inside the package itself, which is a digital package, by the way, but it also awards you gold. Yes, for everyone you bring to the opportunity to secure a package like you have done, you can earn a gold match. In your VIP quadrants, you have 1.4 grams as well as 0.8 of a gram of gold that you can earn. You may not think that's a lot. Listen, you can earn 0.1 of a gram of gold in our bronze packages and 0.3 of gold in our bronze packages. If you don't think that's a lot, let me give you an understanding. If gold hits $2,000 a gram, your 1/10 of a gram is worth $200. How much did you pay for it? You can't buy money. You're going to exchange for it. And then here's the direct commission, how it works. Simply, family, you know, this is where you get to see one of the best examples of leverage and exponential growth. So if I acquire a package today and I make it available to somebody else, that person will get the package and I'll get a 10% commission off of their willingness to acquire the package like I did. Now, if they make it available to the next person, not if, when they make it available to the next person, I get a 3% commission. I may not even know that person. But when that person makes it available to a third person, I receive a 2% commission, and I may not even know that person. So that's me going to one person who went to one person who went to one person. Now that's growth, but we want to show you the power of the exponent. I didn't tell just one person. For this example, I told 10. And those 10 people did what? They got a free gold savings account, saved in gold, got a package, told another. And now, not only did I earn 10% from those 10 people, but now I'm earning 3% from 100 people because those 10 people told people. And now when they move to the next generation, I've earned 2% from 1,000 people because those 10 told 10 and that 100 told 10. Do you understand the power of it? And it continues to grow. And the discount, digital discount cards, the digital bonus cards are available to everybody who wants to acquire a package. Everyone who's looking to save in classic gold gets a discount against the gold they're saving. Karatbars International is the only company that provides free gold and free gold-backed cryptocurrency. This is leverage, folks, and exponential growth unheralded, something like you've never seen before in your lifetime because this has never been done before. And then you have the dual team bonus. Now you have binary compensations that have been done before, but nothing like this. So the dual team system, again, is optional. All right. But here's where you get what's known as dual team payouts. All right. You're dealing with a process of dual commissions. That means you have people on your right side and your left side as a result of opting into the dual team system. That means you acquire the package and you decide to work a system where it creates two sides for you. Every time someone on your left side or right side acquires gold, packages, or other products, it creates units. When you have 25 units on one team and 50 units on the other team, you earn a dual team payout. Now, this is a great diagram to show because this could be you here. As you build, you might be building on one side, that's your immediate family. On the other side, that might be your business. And then your business is going to continue to grow and build because your business is going to do what? Get an account, save gold, get a package, tell two people. Very simple. And it just grows from there because who doesn't want money when they know gold is money and they know it's available, right? So every time anyone on your left team or right team acquires gold, packages, or other products, it creates units. When you have 25 units on one team and 50 units on the other, you earn a dual team payout. Dual team payout is also known as DTPs in our world of Karatbars International. And in case you don't know, it also means that you can earn into infinity. Infinity, folks, again, forever. And based upon the status that you acquired with your package will determine the payout you receive. So if my dual team payout is based on me being a bronze, I earned 40 euros. But if I'm a VIP, I've earned 80. Now, unlike any job where you only get one check per pay period, you can get up to 180,000 of those bad boys here into infinity. It's deposited right into your account. Now, I can tell you right now, that bronze package there can make you a millionaire. 1.4 million euros can be deposited directly into your account every week when you earn up to 180,000 dual team payouts. There are 8 billion people in the world. You're not willing to get on the phone and talk to somebody about the opportunity? I'm talking to you from this platform, and there's hundreds of you on this platform as we speak. That's an example of exponential growth. Somebody's going to embrace what we're doing. Someone is going to see the value and the power in what I'm presenting to you. It might be you who sees it. Welcome to the team. Then you have another matching bonus. We showed you the gold matching bonus, but this is the cash matching bonus. That means depending upon the package you have. Anytime you find someone in your organization getting a dual team payout, Karatbars International awards you with a 5% matching bonus in cash. So if someone down the line gets paid under me as a VIP, if Generation 7 gets a 40 euro payout, I get a 5% commission match. There's nothing like this anywhere in the world. You cannot quantify the power of gold, folks. And it's all distributed on our prepaid MasterCard. Everything is loaded onto our MasterCard and allows you to earn up to 5 times a month, depending upon the decision you make. If you just simply want to save, you can earn slower. You can earn on a monthly basis, and you can secure that commission once a month on that MasterCard. However, if you decide that you want more and you want it quicker and more plentiful and more consistent, well, you can get that. And all you got to do is acquire a package, and that'll allow you to earn up to 5 times a month. And it all placed on that MasterCard. Now, the grams of gold, yes, gold is an asset protection and savings in preparation for exchange of goods and services. That's right. That's a savings plan for wealth. Karatbars offers what's known as a loyalty bonus. You save in that classic gram card of gold. If you save at least 1 gram of gold a month consistently, meaning every month you acquire 1 gram of gold and save it on your account, you can find yourself at the end of 12 months earning up to 25 grams of gold a month for free, depending upon how many people you've brought to the organization that does exactly what you do. When you know you can get 25 grams of gold every month for free, how many people would you tell? And then there's the long-term incentive program. The long-term incentive program, that's automatic. As soon as you sign up for your account, the clock now begins, not the clock, but the meter begins to register your growth. And registering your growth means that the more money you bring to the system, you're awarded gifts. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Dalco here earned this Karatbars automatic long-term incentive, that Mercedes-Benz C300, 40,000 euros in worth. In Karatbars, you have the option of accepting one of these magnificent awards or accepting its value in pure gold. We're wealth builders, folks. Mr. Dalco and Mrs. Dalco took the gold. Listen, here's another wealth building principle. We're going to give you this one for free. Okay. Now, a vehicle worth 40,000 euros or $50,000, you drive it off of your lot, it's now worth $30,000. 40,000 euros or $50,000 in gold delivered into your account, depending on what day it was delivered, determines its value later. This was just last month. Gold was nowhere near where it is now. So with $50,000 in gold deposited in your account, which happened quite automatic, it happened within the same week they made a decision to exchange for the gold. Today, gold is over $1,900 an ounce. Who's winning? You, when you embrace this opportunity. So again, closing out this Karatbars presentation to you, and we have strategies that, again, you can incorporate and you can utilize. Understand that Karatbars International is no Johnny-come-lately. All right. Again, we've been in the business since 2011. We're operating in more than 149 countries. We're growing, folks. Our FedEx deliveries are #1 around the world, and they're secure because Karatbars International is the #1 client of FedEx. Our commissions are paid on the MasterCard, of which we showed you an example of, and more than 1 million of us around the world are in this business, and we offer the support that you need. You're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. You have a multi-million-dollar software that belongs to you. And in addition, it's still free. It's free to join. You're under no obligation at any time. You have a one-time cost if you're interested in acquiring a package to work a dual system, but it's really just a minor leap in faith because most of the package pays for itself already. It comes with, the VIP comes with 15 grams of gold, and gold is now up $1,900 an ounce. 15 grams is literally a half ounce of gold. There are no mandatory monthly fees or expenses. And of course, our product is money. So when we talk to you about the support that you can receive, it's absolutely there, folks. Everywhere you look, 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you're not available for the live event, it's available to you in replay. Those of you who wish to get this opportunity in replay, you can get it. All you got to do is respond to me in your LinkedIn or other platforms, or even in the chat here, and you'll find yourself made available to this presentation because it's something to digest. It is something to digest. In fact, if any of you are available this evening, I encourage you to join us tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for a live presentation event, which gets into the personal aspects of Karatbars International. As 9 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be on our platform here, www.goldrocks.info. That's www.goldrocks.info. In fact, it behooves you to take a screenshot of this, and so you'll always have it available to you so you'll know what's happening in your world. And of course, again, we can be found on Class in Session on our Facebook page, on the Eric Ture Muhammad Facebook page, every Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. And I'll be back here on LinkedIn at 2 p.m. next Friday. Okay. So before I leave, I just want you to know, as my colleague, Mr. Al Murray says, who I affectionately call the coach of coaches, he always calls it a plum pleasing pleasure, you know, and it has been exactly that. It has been that, a plum pleasing pleasure for me. I can't express to you enough the joy this opportunity has afforded me and the joy that I find in sharing it with you. And again, I want you to be aware of the upcoming event in August. I don't want us to lose sight of that. It's going to provide a lot of information that will help you to further secure your existence And, I mean, just look, anytime you can talk about trust and securing your estate, creating an estate for yourself. Anytime you can talk about developing the strategies, the banking strategies of the wealthy. Anytime you can talk about the acquisition of land and real estate, in affordable ways, in affordable increments, in a structure that benefits you. We didn't even talk about the tax structure of Karatbars and what it does for you. We never even touched that. The fact that you have what's known in this system as reverse income. Reverse income, that's the power of the wealthy. Reverse income is where you literally utilize your return and your write-off, because your home-based business is the best of all the write-offs. It's the only one that allows you to write off practically everything that you have in deductions, because you're part of the free enterprise system. You're a contributor to the economy as opposed to a liability to the economy. And there are tax codes that protect all of that. And you learn this kind of thing in our wealth building platforms. So please, by all means, join us for class in session every Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern, on the Eric Ture Muhammad Facebook page. You may want to take a screenshot of that. And I want to remind you again that August 22nd, this is going to be a powerful conference, the 2020 Paper to Gold Run to Wealth Conference and Expo. This is going to be handled on the Saturday, that's the 22nd of August, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Admission is free for those who register for their free gold saving account with us at www.goldguru.info, www.goldguru.info. That's for the new affiliate. But you also can join. Your early bird tickets will go on sale this weekend rather. $10.99 is an early bird ticket, $10.99. Your general admission is $18.99. After the early bird period expires, early bird tickets are available up until the 18th of August. Okay, but you want to be a part of this for free. Get your free gold savings account and learn of all the advantages and all the money that you're going to earn in this opportunity. We're talking about wealth accumulation. We're talking about land acquisition. We're talking about private trust to protect what you have. We're also talking about banking strategies that allow you to enjoy the breaks, the luxuries of the wealthy. And you can do it all beginning with your free gold savings account. So again, I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Ture Muhammad. I appreciate the opportunity that you afforded me to be with you this day. And I wish you all peace, power, leverage. And I want to see you all on the other side of money. Thank you.
Classic. Go. Cash. Go. KBC.
One day I was hanging out in Atlanta, and who did I see? The hair Constantine side, J-I-N-G. Always dressed to impress, but nevertheless hooked up with Hall of Famers. The time out there, bumping to Michael and Mo. El Duca, pushing a range, nothing strange. The cheap Alaska, go to Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Do you wanna go? Where you trying to go? Downtown to the Karatbars, baby. To the Karatbars, baby. Tell me yes, or tell me no. Tell me quick, 'cause baby, I got to go back down to the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. You should move your fanny, dress like it's the Grammys. Going back to basics with Shirley and Janet. First I told my mama, father, uncles, Ture, my brother, sister, cousin, friends. Go to Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Big Bill and Burger Techin', Taylor gave me checking. You better get the stacking. Gladiators racking. Go to Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Some will, some won't. So what? Somewhere, someone. Get ready to register at the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. to the Karatbars. It's the only game in town. When double A be talking, nobody walking. It's like we go to church, to Gordon, Dr. Spartan. Of course you see Tanisha and also Lady Lisa, the Thompson twins and friends. It's kinda hard to miss us at the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Do you wanna go? Where you trying to go? Downtown to the Karatbars, baby. To the Karatbars, baby. Tell me yes, or tell me no. Tell me quick, cause baby I got to go back down to the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. To the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Now quitters never win, and winners never win. One thing we know for sure, we too legit to split. We love our moderators, we tolerate no haters. So stick and stay, as I would say, getting greater later. Alright. If you're with me, what's your profession? From Mississippi to LA to DC to UK, Austin to Boston, Houston to Tucson, New York to Stuttgart, Hong Kong and so on. Cape Town, your town, my town, write it down. Karatbars, baby.